I hope you're doing well. So, guys, we had a hiccup with the sound there, yeah? So, but I hope you guys are doing well. Today is 21st June 2025. It's a Saturday, and this is the Car Weekly Roundup. The guys on TikTok, the guys on YouTube, we are Twitch are testing us the live streaming here, and I think I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because you do it and then you go. You do it and then you go. You do it and then you go. At it, everybody pretends. Now, whatever guy could TikTok, I'm there are people like me that love to be like this. And then there are people that want to be sharp. People think we are going to be like them. But guys, I'd love to tell you guys, there are people like Arthur. When you are Antunda Arthur, Munange, what we are going to be, it doesn't really. Katinanga, Masaja, Masaro, we are very sharp. Not Wanda Bikina Burunji. Like Musago Jayo would day. Obugenda n'otuula buli lwakubiri, because for you to be able to have sharp things, you have to be I think 2 weeks a day. Yeah, 2 weeks a day. Yeah. And so this is the Car Weekly Roundup. So anyway, guys, today is World Music Day. Today is World Music Day, and at Serena Hotel, there is an event. At Sheraton Gardens, there is an event as well. But it's Fête de la Musique. Fête de la Musique is the World Music Day, and of course, normally on World Music Day, nobody will see to celebrate World Music Day. Normally, the celebration of World Music Day in Kampala, it's normally sponsored by embassies. I've seen the French embassy, German embassy are normally very good at sponsoring things like that. Yeah, so today is World Music Day in history, and then of course today. Today in 2001, Nelson Mandela called for the global efforts to fight HIV during the UN General Assembly, and then that's how we got to start talking about HIV/AIDS openly. Into abantu kati bajja advocating and why for us to be able to fight. For us to be able to fight HIV, we need to probably have these efforts up and running. But guys, tell me what you think. Today is the Car Weekly Roundup. And this is the first time we're streaming this live. Normally, what we do is that we record and then we upload. And then I have a team of dedicated people that are back there. They are fighting to make sure that everything works out. Mzee, nganyina wenda beach. Nga nyina wenda bye beach eri ku computer yo. Yeah, so the guys on TikTok, now this is a session where you can actually ask questions because it's live. You could ask questions and then someone will tell me your questions and then I answer them. The guys on YouTube, I look forward to also seeing you here. Now, let me just go straight to the news. Now, we have a lot of accident news. Like, a Kampala wana mawuli yetusinga okubeera nago gabeeraga accident okusingira ddala. I don't know why. I don't know why we keep having that, but I think we have some good news. You see what is happening in Kenya, in Nairobi. In Kenya, for the people that have been there, all taxi operators operate in a circle. Circles, taxis on zonna. Zirike chigambo simanya anti bari kamula ujamuiye circle. Ujamuiye chitegeza chimu Swahili, oba teshiriyo. So anyway, but what they do in Nairobi, in Kenya, because I've only been to Nairobi, and in Nairobi wotuka yogenda kula taxi nyingi atizo nampya nezo naziri mu sako. Minister bamita minister ni wa transport bamita Fred Byamukama yagambye nti all drivers must affiliate with registered associations or saving and credit cooperative organization. And you see what they are trying to do right now is try to find a way of controlling the taxi business. Beach erabika nnyo muzeeyi. Beach mbadde njiraba wano. Yes. Anyway, so what they are trying, you see the government is trying to control almost everything. And you guys have heard ntikate esawe no ekifo kya teen bagenda teekawo nini. You guys know that we have a teen tax identification number. So mwe waliwo bana abantu bangi abalina nini naye nga tebalina teen. Okitegeera kati gwe okutandika next ogenda bosasula omusolo kwagala butayagala bagenda kuddira niniyo bagiteekeyo mu URA. Kati nga buli osasula anti ngenda mga mpangisa ennyumba ya mitwalo 3 siyina ssente. Yo pangisa otu ennyumba ya mitwalo 3 nosasula yakawo 3. Mbabusasula collectively muli safe, but okusasula ennyumba ya mitwalo 3 okozesa airtime ya mitwalo 8 omwezi. Kati awo the government egenda kuba eri able to actually look for you oginnyonnyole obatwale ku nnyumba yo 3 wokozesa airtime ow'omunaana okitegeera. So what the government is going to be doing right now is they are going to be using the NIN instead of the TIN. But in terms of cars, the government is saying that all taxi drivers baina kubanga ba operating in circles. Nge Kenya bwe chiri, I don't know why they went and studied the model ne balabanga iyo model ebe ekolera ddala eyokuleeta aba taxi tubakake okuyingira circles, because previously athambadde nsobola okwata millions and 18 nengula kigege yange nenjisa kuba ne bwate ina bisanyizo ka sub driver abanga asobola okukola ki. But what they are trying to do is that everyone has to go through a circle. Aba Uber batandise circle. Chigenda kukola kya Uber. Uganda online taxi
drivers association.
Kyakulya sente. Yes. Because of the circles. So someone on TikTok is saying that in Kenya it's working out. It's a very good thing. Obubbi batira kubba kyaba basa. Naye waliwo ababbi bana babbira mu gundi mu taxi. Bakwata debiko ne bamutuga simu ne bagitwala. And surprisingly, me, I've not been able to go through those things because in Baden Nevga from like 2010. Obulamu tebubadde mukama abadde atuyamba lesobola okwevuga from 2010. Era kati nze nsaasira abantu nga buli lunaku gw'otambulira mu taxi nga sente z'emmoroko zino ziterese ku banka bwe banaakubbira mu taxi onoonyumizaani. But anyway, what the government is doing right now is a very good thing. So the minister of transport did this on June 19th. He made this announcement on June 19th. So let's look forward to the positive changes that brings, because aba taxi bw'abeera kinnomu muzibu wa controllinga. Abeera muzibu nnyo wa controlling, naye bw'abanga ali collective mu sako mubaamu chairman, mubaamu general secretary, mubaamu ki kati bo bennyini bagenda kuba what they are doing is they look at their taxis to make sure that the taxis are in good condition. Ekitegeeza n'ebipapula bya taxi kati sako ejja kubeera nga nayo eri responsible to make sure that ebipapula bya taxi bisasulwa.
Ronald Mutu agamba.
Yes.
It can work naye in Uganda bajja kubba sente z'abantu nga zimaze okuwula.
Abasako bajja kubba sente. So guys, Ronald Muchwa muna Uganda, Arthur, it can work neighbor Jakuba sende. Fahad came is high. How are you? As it will be profitable to the natives. As long as, I think that's what he meant. So I think it will work. Nti botubeera mu sako kitegeeza nsobola okuba nga ne member wa sako eyo nga siyina tax in the beginning, and then I get a loan from the sako nengula tax nebeera ng'ekola. Kitegeeza emitiina wajja kubaayo sako, emasaka wajja kubaayo sako, emubende wabeereyo sako, kati nga sako ziza nga tumanya no sako ate ebigambo bijja kubaako. Kati tax ne bwekubba nga namba plate ojjukira ogamba bugambi tax eyo yabadde ng'eriko ekigambo kisenyi sako. So I think it is a very good thing. And then of course, along the same lines, on June 17th, a lady and her 2 children died in a terrible accident in Uganda on the roundabout like this. So what happens is that the Tata lorry, yakola is in a border, yeah. And you know they were both headed in the same direction. You know how the borders do U-turns. Border nekola U-turn omulundi gumu wait. Now, when a border does a U-turn like this, mangu, and I've told people time and again, this is one of the leading causes of accidents, deadly accidents where people actually die. Leading cause of accident. Nti border kuba U-turn wataina kubira ngono emoroka amazeko. That's what happened in Uganda, and then we lost a mother and her 2 children. The children died on the spot, and then the mother was taken to the hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. Yeah, and then the lorry driver abuzeo no musajja wa border n'abulawo. And you know, the thing that happens with border accidents, it's always abasajja bano abavuga border bote bafa. Yamanya nti accident hiyo n'abuukako. Naye mbwe yagenza awonyera bo abantu abatuze bamulabye. Muyawonyedde neyawonyedde avaawo ng'amanye ebiddirira birala because that's causing an accident. And also the lorry driver n'akola ki? Naye n'avaawo n'agenda. But it's really sad ntufiiriddwa maama. And then at the same time tufiiriddwa abaana tumanyi badde bagenda kufuuka ki in the future, and it's a very bad thing. Now this goes to the fathers, batata ngenda kubasaba a dad, whenever you can get money to buy a car for your family, please buy it. Gwenebo batogirinya, because you men sometimes unja ntugamba nze emoroka endwisa ndi muntu wa boda gule emoroka ogiteeke waka ogiwe madamu agivuge n'abaana bo, because now a man is going to buy 3 people, the wife and 2 children. Kati the problem is going to come ngati yayanjula. Tulina gye twagendera okuzikirako kyali waffe ngati yayanjula. Family y'omukazi yali etabuse. Kati kuba mwaka fano omukyala wa muzaalamu tewamwanjula, afudde n'abaana be bafudde, kati balina kye bagenda kujjukirira ku muwala waabwe. Family eyinza okutabuka. So I find that whenever you can get the money for you to be able to buy a car for your family, ne bwekaba kavitizo oba kapaso okateekewo ewaka, bw'okasaawo ewaka okitegeera kapaso bw'okasaawo ewaka, I find that omukyala asobola okuvuga abantu kuba kati you will find that mom and the 2 kids babadde bagenda mu katale bati balina walawo bagenda naye nga tasobola baleka waka, oba si ekyo badde bagenda mu ddwaliro for maybe immunization or for a review and something like that. But when you have a car at home, omukyala avuge, accidents emoroka, the car accidents are too many, but they are very few. Like for example, I have accidents here, like 3 accidents, but all of them have borders involved. We don't have an accident where a small car and a Tata lorry, a small car and another small car. The small car drivers are actually much more careful than they used to be. So we have very few accidents of late of that. And then there was still a deadly collision on Arua, in the Arua-Nebi Road, yeah, on 19th June. So 2 border riders, they were taking silver fishing baskets, Mukene. They tried to overtake a lorry. And I think the first one that was going ahead, the basket hit on the lorry. Nebagwa. And that. So they were trying to maneuver, and the lorry went over them. So then there was also a passenger on one of the omanyika tababa boda batwala ebintu mu katale tabeera yekka ebiseremu atekako omusaabaze ne mabega. So kati yoyo omusaabaze yawonye. And then the truck driver ye baamukutte. I don't know why baamukutte, probably for investigations, but it's clear because even the police spokesperson bamwita sub-inspector of police, sub-inspector of traffic bamwita Adwiri PS agamba the thing is with reckless driving. Now where the trouble is going to come is if the police investigates and they realize that if the police investigates and they realize that the truck was actually going very fast. That's the problem. You see, when they were doing the new speed limits, the trucks are supposed to be going slower, way slower than the cars. If a car is given 30 kilometers per hour maximum speed, then the truck should be doing 20 kilometers per hour maximum speed. If a car like mine, a Vitz, has been given 60 kilometers per hour, then the truck should be going 40 kilometers per hour, and that's it. Kat now, lero kumachamba devuga ku Bombo Road, umusajja wa trader byana bibiri ngaduka ngakirawa kaka webaita ngatunatuka watindo na ye ngaduka. He was clear doing over 70 kilometers per hour, minimum 60. Nenga ate zone jalimu, it has a solid line, which it's a solid line, it's a very populated area. So ideally we should be doing 50 kilometers. And where we're doing 50 kilometers, the trucks should be doing 40 kilometers because their trucks, they are heavy. So sometimes the truck drivers drive very recklessly, and I find that because most of those trucks are owned by very rich and powerful people, tebaba kwatako okitegeera tebaba kwatako babaleka buli tebaziyimiriza naziyimiriza. When they are stopping, aba traffic nze ndaba ebiseera ebisinga ndaba nga bayimiriza emmotoka, bayimiriza bu LF, bayimiriza forward, ne goli zino sino truck wali akonga wa traffic ayimiriza sino truck bazitya. And that's a very bad thing, because accident ya sino truck dead okusinga ya Isuzu elf yataba ba elf bavuga emmotoka ngandwadde tebaziddu yo jidduko otya nze ndavuga kiri ki elf kyoli nga kipya ninge emirembe toba najjo kikuba papa hamp obuji wulira nnyo. So that's what happened. And then of course the Kampala Gulu highway in Nakasongola bayitawo Wabinyonyi, in Wabinyonyi there was a head-on collision between a Toyota Hiace, a taxi yafe, and the diesel truck in Nissan. And so what happened, they guys, I want you guys to remember this. When I'm driving on the road, I'm always very vigilant. I try to look at what is happening there. So when the police said between 6 p.m. no, between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. that's when most accidents happen. Ontegeera between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next morning, accidents inga zibeerawo kiro. So when you're driving, even this one was there at night. Okitegeera. So 6 people were injured in that accident. Ne batwala Ekiryandongo Health Center 4. Nakasongola Health Center 4. Ne Ekiryandongo Hospital. Ekiryandongo sebo waliyo eddagala eddwaliro eryaddala. Okitegeera. So guys, at night, when you're driving at night, when I'm driving at night on a highway, mvaako mangu nempita mu bikubo by'ettaka, because the highways are too dangerous. Too dangerous. A truck bweta kuba abadroni bavuga bubi, abadroni bavuga obulungi, waliwo ababoda ekironze highway njitiira ddala okitegeera. And then of course twali tujja mu Moroka in the morning, and then we were talking about we were conversing sometime last week, and someone was saying abantu bebagema covid mu bakongoka ne bagwa obuvi ne bafa. No one has confirmed that, but if that is happening, we should start working it out. Why? Nchigatane ch accident zibaawo ekiro, nze njagala kuwangalira wano emugulu simanyiyo. Now I want to be here. Do you want to go to heaven, Mr. Kagwa? You do, Mr. Rauben, do you want to go to heaven? Are you sure? But tukutawa na ogendo limsanyufu. You have a problem. Abudu, do you want to go to heaven? Madam, do you want to go to heaven? You want to go to heaven? So if you kill me now, you'll be happy. Tuvudeko. Sarongo, do you want to go to heaven? Of all the people, omuntu omu yagala okugenda mu ggulu nti bwe tumutta kati agenda musanyufu, mumpe comment awo guys. Mumpe comment since we are live. Mumpe comment. Ronald Mucha, do you want to go to heaven? Like if you died today, you would go to heaven happily? Oba nsinikire muli ebinnyo. Okay. Everyone. Guru. Come message VIP, good morning. Katola Uben, good morning. A guru, this is the Kampala Guru Highway, yeah? Yeah. So on the Kampala Guru Highway, taxi yatomerganye n'ekirole ekyo nga bw'ogenda okikulagaawo. And the Savannah Region Police spokesperson said bamwita Sam Twine Amazima. the Hiace was going to Gulu neva kuleni yayo ngedduka negera nekuba kitruck okitegera negera nekuba kitruck and teyavuddeko. I want to correct sabaddeyo, but I want to correct what happens. There was a kifaananyi okirabye how it is, that's really deadly. I want to correct the police spokesperson nti eyo drone eyo teyavuddeko buvi. Baba bayisa simanya abasajja ba drone bwe bavuga banaye kati laba agenda okututira abantu, because I'm sure of the 6 people that were taken to the hospital mulimu agenda okufa shiwadire eyo drone nga bwe efaanana eyo. Anyway, but that is what happened on the Kampala Gulu Highway. And then Tanzania, no, I gotta get them Gulu about to know the Chifana. Hey, but the man Gulu told it here. I want to be here.
Moses Agamba, and this is the heaven we have to enjoy.
Hey. I don't know what is there. Yes. Sekufa kugenda mu ggulu. So anyway, guys, that is what happened. Guys, to be very, very careful as we move on the road, especially at night. The moment omusana kasitagugwa gutie, manya nti abatamivu bayingire kubo, manya nti abakowo bali ku kubo, manya nti abantu abali absent-minded people that are in thought, obudde bwe buziba ekiro n'abali mu mmotoka beekwatira because ero teryabalaba. Kati omusajja atambula ali mu kukwata mu bisambi, okitegeera, n'aluzinga attention. Kugamba bwatyo abagenda asobola okutomera abantu ne bakola ki ne bafa. Then again at night abantu abalina emmoloka ezirabika obubi bazijjayo ne bazireeta ku kkubo, and that's something you don't want to be a part of, okitegeera. So kale Tanzania Magufuli bridge najogerako luli edda balinga bagimanyinga Kigongo Busisi bridge ku 19th President Samia Suluhu Hassan mujjukira bagamba nno wafe yali Idi Amin dada muno omukyala amuyita Samia Amin mama, abaana basala omugambo mbu ate addictatinga n'asukka ne kwa Amini. But anyway, yaguddeyo bridge ng'alina abantu we bali. The bridge is about 3.2 kilometers. Yeah, kati waliwo n'obukubo obulala bwe bakoze obuli mu kwapa. I don't know why a president is launching a 3-kilometer road. Bannange, how would simanyize what's wrong with us as Africans? How does a president go to launch a 3-kilometer road? Bondanze enziruka ku wanziruka wano byenziruka 3 kilometers siziduka edakika 18. How does a president go with their entire convoy to launch a 3-kilometer road?
Akatoizo kwesanga ngabakulu mweyo mwechechi ngabote bagala achievement za president by president bamulwana
kati achievement okola oluguudo lwa kilometers 3 kinene nnyo ku president w'eggwanga n'avuga emmoloka 10 bayirawo n'emmotoka 23 abatanzania balonda ddi? Abatanzania balonda ddi? 2027 naye bakyalonda hati Suluhu ayinza n'okwongulunda kujjawo. So anyway, that bridge Jolabao, that's the bridge that they launched, and what they are saying is that they described it as an extra-dosed cable straight structure in steel and concrete. It cost Tanzania the way kabridge okalabye kabridge akakajja launching naye binzoba bifaananyi nga bwetuuka ku ground biralamu binzoba bwetuuka ku ground biralamu. So anyway, a bridge ogiraba it's ebifo ebimu biri suspended by cables then eriyitamu tetulina bridge etuuka awo. Bridge yaffe yejinja si ya mita nga bisatu Salongo Gulf Gap country. Bridge yaffe yejinja yenkana etya obuwanvu eyo gye bazimba eyo gye bateekako obutaala kilomita ng'emu. Kati bano bakoze kilomita ate kino ki bridge kino kiyita mu mazzi gennyini kino kiragira ddala kiringa ekye New York. So anyway, that's what happened in Tanzania. And then the thing that is interesting, batandika kukola bridge in 2019. By 24 September, bali bakoze 93% of the work, and they finished it by 30th May 2025. And that's if they were ngudo kati in bridge eyo je bakoze kilometers 3 so jiko emyaka 2. Gozanya na contractor wa Uganda gati abantu najivu yafira aye baagala okukola wumba basasule bamaleyo ate bakolayo bajja ne babeerawo ne mbalawo mu uniform ne bavaawo bacontractor baffe tebali serious gavumenti ebawa ssente and they don't want to work mukulu Kaggwa Ssegwanga nti gavumenti ebawa ssente gavumenti efulumya ssente according to Mr. Kaggwa nezibawa ne bagaana okukola baagala vumaganya gavumenti. Anyway guys, that's what happened in there. And then in the UK an autonomous vehicle hit balese kati autonomous vehicles autonomous vehicles yemotoka yevuga nga gotula butuzi n'ogiga ntwala mu kikoni nekubuza mu kikoni ewana n'ogiga mu kikoni ewasana oli asiika chapati nekutwala. So the UK has entered the next phase in autonomous driving, baita level 4 okitegera, but now they are trying. I've been talking about it periodically nga njogera ku Uber, how Uber is working with these nations to make sure that these things work out okitegera, right? So what they are trying to do is do away with people, like creating more unemployment. Is that a thing? It's the thing, eh? Like creating more unemployment. I don't know why Zokuba Babangereza they have a lot of jobs, but I'm sure autonomous cars here would not be welcomed very well because emoroka ezevuga wano baba bagira. So now they are saying that the driverless cars are now being tested in select urban zones across London. They are fully autonomous under geofence. Now for the guys that don't know geofence, trackers entunda nabagamba nti ntunda tracker ndayika nabagamba trackers entunda, you can create a geofence no gamba track emoroka eno bwesukka this area, give me an alert kati geofence. But the autonomous vehicles kyebakoze emoroka inawe etasukka era if you call it ku Uber no gamba I want an autonomous vehicle, I want to go to Masaka, baba agigambye ekoma Mpigi ekoma Mpigi bwetuuka Mpigi ng'eyimirira oba seekyo, it might not actually even be able to take the order of past Mpigi. So that's what they're doing, and the thing that is happening there eyo mu Bungereza, Canada, mu America, for them they are doing those things. Nenda for bijja kutuuka very soon, bijja tuuka. And then in India Hyundai yatandise kukolera yingine India. Kati Hyundai General Motors beba owner ba Hyundai omanyi bino ebintu nga bw'olaba Toyota kati wegenda etwala Subaru kuyensonga lwaki emmotoka ziri reliable, yatwala Daihatsu kati Nawudent ne Nissan nayo bagenda kumpi buli wambawo. And so Hyundai is owned by General Motors and they are starting to create balina facility eri mu Talagon near Pune. And what they are doing is they have started working on engines. Okola engine kitegeeza buloka bagikola ne bakola cylinder head obuntu obuvalve ne babukola piston ne bazikola, they assemble a full engine. I find that that's a good thing, eh? Rakubanti kati the engines they are working on, the engines they are working on are za motoka mpya. But what that means is when they start working on the engines, kitegeeza ne computer system ejja kubeeri awo nga weeri the wire harnesses will be there. Kiza mwabagala okutransforming emmotoka zammwe. Did I tell you guys nti ngenda fuuka champion? Munnange mu auto show ngenda fuuka champion. Njagala jimukana yokka awo abaana ba Subaru bayikiza nga tuli ku titi ejjinja jimukana ngenda kubaka natandise da practice ngenda beera champion era ku auto show bw'obaka tolina kirala kikutwalayo jangu olabe Arthur ng'awangula abaana abavuze emmotoka za Rally bangi ddene kuba ngenda bawangula era naawe abadde ayagala. So that's an image of the making of engines in India by Hyundai. Era oyogola bo ndoza be bali abayindi abaddugavu, banyi bagamba abayindi wali abayindi abaddugavu. You go to India if they employ blacks. Balina abayindi abaddugavu be batayagala nga babasosola. Gwe waliwo omuyindi gwe nasanze wano ngenze gula electronics, eh? So what they are doing, zigenda engine ezo zigenda mu motoka eza Hyundai, eh? So what they are trying is they have modernized the facility. They have modernized the facility and now it's fully operational. And bagenda focusing bagala kula engines zonna, but they are focusing on internal combustion engines nga bakola the passenger models, eh? For of course Hyundai is not a very popular vehicle here. Kati naye bagenda kukola babenga ba engine baziwa abantu to assemble locally naye nga naffe Uganda bwoba oyagadde engine yo basobola ogikuweeza n'ogikola. So that's what's happening now. amawulire ngakomezaawo olwaliro because I am really happy with what we have been able to achieve streaming live. Si kyangu nno. Hey, si kyangu, but we have been able to stream the weekly roundup. Ekimeza kyo tubadde streaminga naye weekly roundup, this is the very first time for us to stream it. Yeah. Yes. So let me look at it. Bangamba mwenyine gulire sibawadde. Lyeririwa. Pardon? So bangamba mwenyine gulire ndeseeyo siriraba. Kigambo kikuleme vulnerabilities. So the guys that are thinking in Njogera Nani, I have an entire team in here, and we interact. I love to talk to people when they're in here. Waliyo tulina mukulu sekatawa nkwogere nyabo basikwogera sikwogera tulinawo omukyala wali tulinawo Mr. Lauben tulinawo ne Abdu wano then waliyo tulinawo Saalongo oyini naye ngo Musudani. So wali eri nyinawo omusajja amita Saalongo Lwanga olina emigogo gy'abalongo emeka peya 2 emitoto olina abaana bameka nga abalongo bagaseko ne bali aba bulijjo olina abo bulijjo batugambe Muganda waate okwogera abaana otya nti naye nga balinga bameka kale wengi waye tukomeo tukomeo. So anyway guys, in Australia enda manyinti omuntu wejanga okubbe moloko nga they break the quarter glass behind akalawa makabera ku rujiro emabiga akamenya, they open the rear door, then they open the front door, and then they enter, and then they start the car, and then they go, as long as they have a master key. Now the keyless entry and push to start button cars came, and when these came, it was obvious if you don't have a key. Like mine is a push to start car, and you have this is the sensor. Of course you have an extra key that can open because people rarely actually have these keys, because it's keyless entry, so I can just go to my car and open. But since I take extra protection here, alarm. Now the alarm helps you to protect your car even better. So what the Australians are doing, they have machines now that can open your car and start it. So the guys that have keyless entry cars, push to start cars, you guys should be careful right now. Echiri mu Australia kati kijja mu Australia wali bana Uganda tibana Uganda bageza wera mu Australia ngembere eganye n'abasiga nenziba ku mmotoka e Kampala okitegeera. So that's what's happening now. Abawe nagadde dogare cow because we are celebrating and because we are zingambi. Yeah, so yesterday Kuchimeza we hosted Sam Kaija. Kaija seems more exotic. Sam Kaija and he's an expert mu SC. And then Duncan Mariso Nabuza emoroka enyanya mafuta ovuga mu SC. And I'd love to give you this as a tip, guys. SC tenywa mafuta. Generally SC tenywa mafuta. Eyongeramu ka percentage katunenzo kuongeramu nga 5%. That's a fact because zevuga SC all the time. Muruka binobera nchafu kwenkana chemvuga SC. And the reason why we as Ugandans to complaining anti Muruka will take mu SC mafuta is because we have a lot of jam. And majority of the people that use SC tuli mu kibuga. Bwebera mu kibuga jam buli wakwate Muruka esigale runninga tolinyo ku kigere SC pump ne loadinga ki nebanga loadinze engine. AC pump we loadinga engine ya engine ekola n'amaanyi mangi ate wali Muruka ezimuga AC pump nene kuka engine kati ngobo bulukumbi 3 AC pump ebeera nene kati neba ngi Muruka ejja kwongeramu mafuta because zetambula. The fact that the car is either stationary or moving very slowly amafuta gowera nti enywa mangi naye batenywa kiki mukuluka gwoyagala kuwakana yes
sina kikyukako
Toyina.
Wa engine nene.
Yes, engine nene. Guys, never engine nene. Actually, I want to remember abantu avuga Land Cruiser zichi esaji biramu natawulira. But generally ngovude no kukyokugamba nti emmotoka enywa mafuta mu SC mu jam. Generally emmotoka bwerera mu jam enywa mafuta. Geyina okunywa because era tetambula. Otegedde era tetambula kati eri muganyera mu kifo kibanga omwana naye emmere nga takula oba n'owasa omukazi naye emmere nga tazaala otegeera abakunyiza. Why looking at me like that, madam? Yes. That's another theory, but generally newe batovuga SC newe batovuga SC bw'obeera mu jam emmoroka enywa nnyo. And what is just that you're not moving. What's some kazi? Nobody no man, no mukubemba, ngatizara, ngagejja bugezi. Ochitegere? Motoka, yes. This is a very easy example. Ochitegere, chiba yose niko omwana kusomera butamu ya asemba. Kati yemoroka ebere yimide, kati vuma kafana yemoroka yimide station. Bwere nyanya mafuta ngatetambula, kati baba kafana bojigattako gas. Now, I want to compare two things today, the comparison this week. Last week we were talking to someone and he was saying, and you guys, American X or Twitter, you guys have seen these guys when they are interacting and they keep on saying, a man should literally not be moving with their entire family in one car. In a way, it's something that makes sense. Once you get an accident, people have been moving in cars since time immemorial. Now, I just want to do the math for you guys. As a person that can have two cars, we can literally have two cars. But for that, nedda okubeera enaafu ng'eri ku nsi n'okufa
Kasendo yagambye atani yakunyumiza ebifa mu ggulu eyo teringa Amerika mbu tusobola okumanya ebifaayo
anti kati
kasobola byawano
ebo yatugamba muggulu tugenda kuba tuyimba
bokera ku maca ku muggulu tubeera tusinza Mukama Katonda tetwagala byakunywa wano ekimu ebyemmakiza momenti eno eyakabiri titunyumyamu tituli mu kulya naye gwe nze saagala eggulu bimbeke mbere ku nsi
ebibuko bitunyumiza ku nsi tubeera tukuba ku kiboozi ne
tugenda tuka mu ggulu ng'olina keera kumakya kutendereza mukama ng'olina okukwata nga totendereza mukama nga bakusako mu purigatori ogimanyi musawo geni purigatori ogimanyi bwemulimu kati fe abatalina bibi bingi basooka tusa mu purigatori emyaka nga 3 yes edini y'obukatuliki bwetusomesa basooka ne bakusaako mu purigatori emyaka nga 3 kati omulimu gukookya obulumi ne gukola impact nga bakuzza mu ggulu. So anyway guys, I want to compare two families. One has 2 cars, and of course if you're doing it entirely for the sake of tetufiira wamu, it's very costly. If you have the money and you have a lot of money and sente ezo nga zikuwaga obanga sente zikusobozesa okwawula emmoroka mwawula emmoroka. But I want to compare this. Family etambulira wamu ebeera ebondinga. Family etambula nga yeeyawudde tetera kubondinga. The thing that I'm telling you now is I've seen couples, they break up or they start being distant the moment they start moving in different cars. Emmoroka bwebeera ewamu nga mutambuliramu nga family n'abaana bo mubondinga ne munyumya abaana batula mmoroka naye tebafunye budde kunyuma naawe taata waabwe ewaka. In the car they converse with you, they ask you what they want. Okitegera you bond a little more. Kyekimu ekirina mukyalawo mukyala bwe mutambulira mu mmoroka yeemu mujja kuyomba nga mugenda. Okitegera naye kuba kumusuna musune nga muli mu mmoroka muli wamu naye bwe mwawukana n'avuga ekimoroka kye naye n'ovuga ekimoroka kyo mugende eyo and you get distracted and there is distance between you. So for me, what the people are normally comparing these two things, the best thing you can do is try to move as safely as you can. Vuga nze one mechanism I've done obudde kasabuziba nva mangu ku highway kubanga ku highway kusinga okubeera accident eziri deadly era nze ku highway sagala vuga ko kiro njagala nnyo vugirako emisana ku highway abantu basumagira abantu tebalina amataala tebalaba ababoda nze nvaako mangu nenzira ku kkubo ery'ettaka kuba wali safe until probably the government makes our roads a little bit wider. Twagamba embunda akalowoozo kali katya leero gwakampadde akalowoozo k'olunaku wakeerabidde akalowoozo k'olunaku. Guys, I've been giving you all these things. I've been feeding information, and the information I've been feeding you, it might not actually be bad, but I'd love to know what you think. That's why normally ndeta akalowoozo k'olunaku ne mbabuuza mumbuulire kiki mulowooza. Guys, tukimanyi, let me compare the simplest engines that we can get. The one NZ engine is about 2.5 million shillings ngampya. Okugisiba kwa akakadde byonna bisobola okukola emyaka 2 ku 3 era nga okusiba kukoleddwa bulungi. What do you think someone should do? Ng'emmoroka ye engine ekooye efuuye ewaladde okitegeera obange oba bloke zeemu olwatika oba ekyamuse, should they buy a new engine or should they overhaul? Kekalowoozo k'olunaku guys. Tell us what you think in the comments, and guys, thank you very much for being part of this week's episode of the Car Weekly Roundup. Teneerabira natandise training ku auto show nzijja ngenda bakuba Gymkhana 12th ne 13th July ngenda kujja natandise training nyina mmoroka za mirundi ng'esatu ze bampadde okuvuga si zange naye waliwo M14 nyinza okuba gye ngenda okuvuga era M14 ngenda tandika kukola practice abanandabirako eyo ewaabwe mujja kundaba nga mpracticinga Gymkhana nvayo ekolo ngenda kuvaayo ndi champion ekyo nkibagamba, and then bwetunaava ekkolo tutandika okwetegekera TT next year ate eyo TT ndoza zonna round njagala kuzirya buli ate bwetunambala ku 30th August convention guys nabagambye Lafocus convention tulina tiketi 2,000 byokka. We want the event to be very intimate yaffe abantu abaagala emmoroka ate abeeyagala, for us to network, to find mechanics, to learn and all. Guys, kamba sibule mwebale nnyo kubeera ku weekly roundup. Mbagamba buli lwa mukaaga weekly roundup ebeerako either uploaded or live. Today to test in the live. Let me think about what to do for it. Tubeera wano buli Saturday ku YouTube kati you guys have streamed on TikTok as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Tell people about this channel. This is where we share knowledge about cars. Tetulagaanya asinga mmoroka amaanyi obuba ne mmoroka yange temugimanyi ate temugenda kugimanya, but tuba tuzze for us to learn, okitegeera, come together, tuyige, tukomentinge, tuseke ngera bwe mundaba. But guys, nga bwe mbasiibula aboogera ku birevu byange mubiveeko. There are people like Arthur nga benti bwe njagala maragala okusala obuntu obuli sharp mugende mu busale, maragala okusala bino linki mugende mu busale. Some of us we look up to Jesus. Yesu yatasalako ku birevu
Yesu
ono pastor yuno anti look for
Yesu ekyo engeri Yesu gyali eri waggulu kati ebirevu bye byali birina okubanga
nedda abantu b'emirembe gya Yesu bonna bayuda Iskariyoti omuntu omu yalina ebirevu ng'ebyange yali Simon Peter yeyegaana Yesu emirundi esatu omujjukira mu firimu gaali yayita ensi yali yagivaako ate kirabika n'okwigana Yesu wa musajja wattu sigamba kiyatya mukuba nedda Judasi yali ayagala ssente Judasi yali Simon Peter musajja wattu yalina mutawaana
Yesu nga wano yahiringa abantu yatereza abantu bamukuba emiggo
bonze ka graphics tusiibula abantu a beard is a must for a man. But guys, thank you very much. Kambasiwe atemera biratubera live broadcast ero saa 10:15 ku YouTube ko katugera bano live broadcast encha saa 10:15 tugera bano broadcast atenda ku road trip ngenda nyina jeva and then Monday to Friday tugera ne broadcast ku macha saa 4:25 ku YouTube kokka ekimeza probably even the Uganda ara TikTok je mujjo kubanga mulaba live nenge bisigadde mujalambira misanga ku YouTube channel for the love of cars Uganda 30th August tugenda bala ku love of cars convention bo sasula ticketing ofuna magazine sasula ticketing ofuna magazine tickets zigera 2,200 byokka enamba y'essimu yiyo giraba wansaawo ku lower third enamba y'essimu 0760045116 kubira omukyalo oyo mugambe banange nyala booking ticket ya convention ya $5,000 tugenda bana deadline olunaku lwa deadline ndetutuuka oba abantu basatu baguze ticket betugenda otegekera kubanga n'ebyokulya biryoko n'ebyokunywa biryoko okunyumira kulyoko guys I'll see you twasaze ente enamba tugenda kusala nte enamba tugenda twasaze ente tunegisala bigenda kutuuka tugenda sala ente enamba abagala okuwuta ebyenda mujja kuwuta abagala ekigere mugenda kugira wewe n'abali amaliba modern juice agenda kubeerawo tuwa juice guys kambasirule biographics bambeeko kuba bensigala nkyera wano bensigala nkyera basijja kulekerawo okwogera guys I'll see you